Tree's gone. Tree's gone.
Wow, these are some winds, boys. There's stuff going everywhere. Oh my, there it goes. There it goes.
Damn, not ganging them. Not it was so wicked that it knocked the whole gas station over. Woo!
You get smacked in the face if you happen to know domestic abuse. That man is not a man for you. He's a pathetic excuse. Lying through your cheeks, scared of letting your skeletons loose. But you stick around because
A wave of destructive extreme weather struck the U.S. Midwest early this week, specifically on August 11th. A powerful storm system known as a Derecho swept through three major states, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, leaving a trail of massive destruction, flash flooding, and widespread power outages that paralyzed the daily lives of millions of residents.
Dude.
According to local safety authorities, straight-line winds reached peak speeds of up to 100 miles per hour, approximately 160 kilometers per hour. With a force comparable to a Category 2 hurricane, the winds battered everything in their path, overturning cars, toppling major utility poles, tearing off roofs, and knocking down thousands of large trees into densely populated residential areas.
Look at the metal wall.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
The energy sector suffered the most significant material damage, as high-voltage transmission lines were severely damaged by falling trees and collapsed poles. More than 1 million households and businesses across the three states lost power completely in only a few hours.
That crazy?
Illinois was the first state to be struck by the core of the storm system. The storm front moved toward the Chicago metropolitan area, with the southern suburban corridor becoming the epicenter of the windstorm's destructive force. Moving at speeds exceeding 80 kilometers per hour, the system brought destructive gusts and severely limited visibility.
That nigga is strong, man.
Look at this. Kill the
Tinley Park was among the Chicago suburbs that sustained the most severe structural damage. Powerful gusts tore the roofs of large public facilities. In addition to the straight-line winds, the National Weather Service confirmed the occurrence of two brief localized tornadoes south of Chicago. These tornadoes caused further damage to residential roofs and secondary power lines.
Hawking, Pickaway, Pike and Robb. Strong thunderstorms will impact.
Esto ya no es normal.
Among the storm's path in Illinois, Sugar Grove and Shorewood recorded the strongest wind gusts, with both locations reaching speeds of 97 miles per hour. Meanwhile, densely populated satellite cities such as Aurora, Joliet, and Naperville were reportedly paralyzed by widespread power outages and road closures caused by fallen trees.
Oh God.
Right across the street, the whole block lifted up.
Following its impact on Illinois, the storm system moved rapidly across the border into northern and central Indiana. A weather monitoring station in Gary, Indiana, recorded peak wind gusts of 99 miles per hour, approximately 159 kilometers per hour. This wind force, equivalent to a Category 2 hurricane, toppled dozens of major utility poles and uprooted large-diameter trees.
Everything held up. Tornado just came through Carson, tore everything up. Top of the building. His car.
The city of Portage in Porter County officially declared a state of emergency after large parts of the area were cut off by debris. The immense wind force along the Indiana coast was further evidenced by the overturning of several freight train cars that had been stationary on the tracks.
Get in the basement. Get in the basement. Go. Go.
Damage to transmission lines triggered a sudden power crisis. More than 600,000 households and commercial facilities across Illinois and Indiana reportedly lost power within just a few hours of the storm's passage. By Tuesday evening, the Derecho continued its eastward push toward Ohio. Despite having traveled hundreds of kilometers, the storm system remained powerful enough to cause widespread damage. Columbus faced a situation described by the local mayor as a post-disaster scenario that posed significant challenges for rescue teams. Storm winds toppled rows of major utility poles along busy corridors, severing the city's economic lifelines and disabling digital traffic control systems. Public infrastructure damage in Ohio also extended to Westerville, where straight-line winds compromised the structural integrity of municipal support buildings. Traffic chaos ensued on Interstate 71 near Columbus. A sudden, extreme crosswind blew a vehicle out of its lane, causing it to overturn against the median and triggering a traffic jam stretching for over 10 kilometers. Monitoring across various social media platforms reveals several viral amateur videos and surveillance camera recordings capturing the storm's most destructive moments. Fierce winds reaching 159 kilometers per hour and exploding transformers in Gary, Indiana, toppled large trees and utility poles.
I think this is a clogged.
Video footage captured by motorists show high winds tearing apart the roof structures of commercial facilities and toppling a massive roadside billboard in Ohio. Debris from building materials and large tree limbs can be seen flying through the air and striking rows of parked vehicles.
Y'all, look at this.
Major Midwestern utility providers, including Duke Energy, immediately deployed thousands of technicians to the field to begin restoration efforts. However, company spokespersons reported severe damage to electrical substations, predicting that full restoration could take several days.
Y'all, this is crazy.
The National Weather Service has maintained a high alert status for residents across the 3 affected states, even as the storm center moves away. Soil saturation caused by the storm's heavy rainfall poses a risk of new structural vulnerabilities in building foundations and threatens the stability of remaining large trees.
Fucking water getting in.
As a long-term response measure, the American Red Cross and local social services agencies have begun establishing emergency shelters and logistics hubs in affected areas. Meanwhile, the federal government, through FEMA, is coordinating with state governors to conduct a comprehensive assessment of economic losses, especially within the agricultural sector, which has suffered massive crop damage.
Oh my God, look at that thing all the way up there.
Power lines down again. Same power line from the last time. They pinned up
that worked, but that bitch came right through our parking lot, buddy. Dead ass. Tore that shit up. Fuck that up. That's where somebody got injured.
Everywhere you look.
The storm did not strike without warning. The region had been gripped by a stifling heat wave and extreme humidity for several weeks. These unstable atmospheric conditions created the perfect recipe for a large-scale meteorological disaster.
Did a tornado happen? Right here? A tool?
Oh, hi. There's me out.
Meteorologists attribute this phenomenon to a weather pattern known as the Ring of Fire. This pattern occurs when hot, humid air becomes trapped beneath a high-pressure system, while powerful storms form and travel along the system's outer edge. The National Weather Service rapidly upgraded its warnings as the storms intensified. What was initially predicted to be an ordinary summer storm evolved dramatically into a deadly weather monster, officially classified as a derecho. A derecho is no ordinary storm. It's a long-lived system of straight-line winds capable of causing widespread damage. Unlike tornadoes, which are swirling and localized, derecho winds move in a straight line, like a giant wall, sweeping away everything in their path.
Pretty windy.